So our final speaker came all the way from New York City to be with us here tonight. This is Kari Loya, Merv's son. Kari kind of runs a international baccalaureate school in New York City. Kari, come on up.
Thanks. I actually might be able to get away with it without even using a mic here. The words that I've heard so far, I'm going to use a different word to describe my dad that will be that hasn't been used so far, and it will probably shock you, which is rebel. And the reason why I want to say rebel is I think about the lessons that I see from society the last 20 years, and then I reflect on the lessons that my dad happened at my wedding too. That my dad has taught me. The first is society the last 20 years has told me to be a Madoff. And we now see from the last year, that means lie, cheat, steal your way to the top. Everyone who knows Merv knows that he is the poster child of the Boy Scouts. And one of our speakers beforehand said, I think it was Bob, said integrity. There are, I have in my life met fewer souls who have more integrity than my father. An example, simple level, back at the old building of the law school, I remember one night in high school going, and it was one of those evenings, one of those many late evenings for Merv, 9 o'clock, we're the only two in the building, and I needed to make a quick copy of something for whatever assignment or something, and he said, no, that's the office copier, that's for work. We can go elsewhere and make that copy. That doesn't happen very often. The lesson, though, is work hard and play by the rules. The second lesson that society has preached is materialism. We were the last people, I think, in Oregon to own a color TV. We also, to my chagrin, never got a new car. And the line was always no, but our 71 Volkswagen Squareback is a classic. Well, guess what? 4 years later, it actually now is a classic. But the value was always on education and experiences, camps, travel, things that will open your eyes and open your mind. And that is something sorry, has no value. On a similar note, at one point in high school, I asked, we were in one of our conversations, and I happened to make a comment about a friend of mine, his father, who I said, "Oh man, boy, isn't that great? Love to be him." And he said, "Well, you know, tell me, what is it about him that you admire?" And I said, "Oh, they've got this great house." And he said, "Well, you know, why don't you go over and talk with him?" And this gentleman's a doctor in the city here. I said, "Why don't you go talk with him? Find out, you know, what he's done to get there, what he likes, what he doesn't like, the choices he's had to make." I never did speak to him, but the lesson again was very clear, which is there are far more things that are important than TVs, or than TVs and cars and houses, and that's character, and it is making sure that you enjoy what you're doing. And that is something when Margie talks about thousands of people, that's the message that he shares with all of the folks that have gone through this law school and many others. Make sure you enjoy what you're doing. The third lesson then, of course, from society in the last 20 years has been me, me, me. And with my dad, as I think it was Dom talking about and listening, with my dad, when you sit down with my dad, it's all about you, you, you. That's something that he has done with first-year law students. That's something he's done with students who are 20 years out of here, in far countries like Beijing or China and elsewhere. It's something that he's done with political leaders at high levels who just need a sounding board. It's something that he has done with a Ghanaian soccer coach of mine who was facing trouble with alcohol. And then, of course, personally, it's something that he's always done with me, which is, what are you interested in, and then how can I help you? And so I've had a best buddy for all of these crazy adventures in different parts of the globe. And again, the lesson there is, as a few of you have already mentioned, is service. Listen to everyone, listen carefully to everyone, respect everyone, and then do what you can to help them. So just in conclusion, I just want to thank all of you, because I know all of you have played a part in this wonderful journey so far. So thank you. And then secondly, I hope this is not a celebration of a retirement. No, retirement, no. This is an exciting start to a new chapter with, I hope, loftier ambitions, because the world needs, you look at our country today, and going forward, our country needs a lot less of Madoff, a lot less of materialism, and a lot less of me, and we need a lot more of Merv.